Today we're going to talk about peeing and pooping outside. The improper disposal of human waste can contaminate water sources, spread disease between humans and animals, and it's just plain gross to come across if you're on the trail or camping. There's a lot of reasons why this can be intimidating, from knowing what the rules are to finding the right place to go. Turning this into a game is a fun way to make this approachable for everyone in your group, because I guarantee you, they all have to pee and poop at some time. Being able to point out good spots to poop throughout the trail is a way to get everyone talking, and you can discuss the reasons why that's a good spot to go. Again, this makes it approachable, laughable, and then doable for people that may feel uncomfortable with this. We're going to break this down into a few simple steps that you can follow next time you're out in the trail. The first one is site selection. Now, site selection can be the hardest one because when you have to go, you just have to go. And finding a spot can be difficult because there are a lot of elements. The main thing I try to keep in mind is that you want to do the best with what you've got. Try to find spots that are somewhat hidden. Think about downed trees or shrubbery or gentle hillsides. Look for deep organic soil. This is usually very deep and rich in color and full of organisms that will help decompose your poop. If possible, find a spot with lots of sunlight coming down on it, because this again will help decompose your poop. Look for an elevated site that doesn't receive water flow when it starts to rain, because if it does, that water is going to carry your poo into the water sources for the area. Not good. Tip number 2 is digging a cat hole. All right, so you may have seen a cat dig a hole in a litter box. That's what we're gonna do. It's just human sized. Your cat hole needs to be about 6 to 8 inches deep and about 4 inches in diameter. In order to dig your cat hole, you can use a few different objects. You can bring with a trowel, which this is just a small plastic lightweight garden shovel. It never touches the poo. It just digs the hole and helps you cover it back up. Or you can find an object along the trail. So this is a stick that is pretty sturdy. It'll allow me to dig that hole and help me cover it back in. Or you can just use your hands, just like kitties do. Again, none of these objects are going to touch your poo. They're just digging the hole and helping you cover it back up. Now that you've got your hole, it's time to deposit your poo. So let's go ahead, grab your toilet paper and your Ziploc bag, and let's head over to your hole. You want to have a real focused, concentrated mindset for this activity. Go ahead and lower yourself down over your hole, aiming carefully. Deposit your poo. Wipe. And then carefully place that dirty toilet paper in your plastic bag. Now, if you forgot your plastic bag, it is acceptable to bury that toilet paper in your hole. So just drop it in there, but I recommend carrying it out. Step number 3, covering your cat hole. Now that your poo is deposited in the hole, we can go ahead and cover it back up. We want to make it look as natural as possible. So go ahead, fill that hole in. You can use your hands, you can use that stick you found, you can use your little trowel. Just make sure not to touch the poo, fill it back in, cover it with natural materials, and you're done. There's a lot of guidelines here. If you can't meet all of them, make sure to do your best. You always got to work with what you've got.